I love power tools. Don't really need them for any purpose, but I love them. I actually thought once about putting crown molding in my house just so I could buy a bigger, better miter saw. So imagine that I see my coveted miter saw on sale, half price, so I snatch it up. And on the drive home, I start thinking, I don't know if my wife's really going to appreciate this new addition to the collection. So I hatch this plan. I'll get home, I'll get it out of the box, I'll put it on the counter in the garage, and I'll camouflage it. Put some old paint cans on it, shake a couple dirty rags on it, get it covered with dust, camo. So I'm working on my plan. I got the saw out, I've got it on the counter, and all of a sudden the door swings open. Spin around, and there's my wife. I'm busted. She drops the garbage in the can and says, "What is that thing?" Big smile, right? "It's a miter saw, sweetie." "How much did it cost?" "It was on sale." "How much did it cost?" she persists. "It was only $249 and it has laser cut, honey, laser cut." "Great," she moans. "Another tool we don't need, bought with money that we should be saving." "Fine," I cave in. "I'll take the stupid thing back." "Good," she says, and the door closes. Is she happy? We all intuitively know that she's not. But why? She won the argument, right? She got what she wanted. The problem is there's more than one issue at play here. There's a lot of issues. On the surface, we have the miter saw. Do we need a nicer miter saw or not? But this conversation was never about a miter saw. There's deeper issues. I've done this before many times. I never tell her about it until after the fact. In this case, I was actually trying to deceive her by sneaking it in and camouflaging it. Maybe we've even talked before and I've promised to do better and I'm not keeping my promise. There's some deep issues here that get more at trust and relationship that are really important. And yet if I run this scenario by 100 people, 99 out of 100 are only going to talk about the miter saw. This is where it resembles a dandelion. If we only address the surface, the part we can see, if I only pull the top off and I leave those root issues down there, they're going to sprout back up again. They not only sprout back again, they'll spread, and over time they really undermine the relationship as we have all these issues that never really get solved at the root level. So, is this something that only happens with power tools? Heavens no. I want you to imagine a scenario at work where people are arguing about final budget numbers, but what's really bothering them is not the numbers, it's being left out of the initial early planning loop. Or maybe you've got two people disagreeing about details on a project and they're arguing, but what really rubs one of them the wrong way is the condescending tone of the person that's disagreeing with them. So oftentimes when we look at what we're talking about, we get stuck on these surface issues, but if we don't get down to these deeper root issues around trust and the relationship and the things that are really driving these surface problems, we just keep reliving the same phenomenon over and over again and keep pulling the top of the dandelion off over and over again. So if you're going to go to the effort of talking, make sure you're talking about the right thing.